What's up, everybody? We're doing back and buys today, day 2 of our workout series. I actually only do one upper body a week, and what I'm gonna be doing to provide the most amount of value for you guys is switching the days that I'm doing each week. So instead of like cramming everything into one day, which you really shouldn't do if your goal is to grow, if your goal is to see changes, then the best recommendation I have is to split up your days based on the muscle group that you wanna hit, just so you give it the most amount of stimulus in one session. So today we're doing back and buys, which is a whole day, and I'm gonna be starting with pull-ups. I know that most everyone's goal is to learn how to do a pull-up. Like, I've been training for a long time, and the number one request that I get is, I wanna be able to do a pull-up. So obviously I've been doing this for a long time. I can do pull-ups without it being assisted. If you truly want to have a strong pull-up, then you wanna start with pull-ups on every single pull day. Like every day that you're doing back, I would do back and buys, both like a pull day. You need to start with pull-up. And each time, like let's say you're doing it on a machine that's assisted, each time make the weight a little bit lighter. Start heavy and then make it lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. If you don't have an assisted pull-up machine, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna grab a band, one of these bands. Most every squat rack has one of these things where you can have the rack in the middle. Basically, you're gonna put it, you're starting a little bit higher here. Okay, so I put it in the middle. You're gonna grab the band and pull it around this. So many people hang the band from the top and then put your feet in it, and it's just not as effective as actually putting the band under your feet. So here's what you're gonna do. You just put this hair up because it's back day. I'm gonna show you how simple it is. So once you put this here, I always jump because I'm a shorty. I would just put my feet here and pull up. And so the way that you make this harder, every time you're doing back, you would just put this lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. I don't need the band. I'm gonna go from outside in. So we're doing 4 sets of pull-ups. I'm just, again, I do one upper body a week. Actually have not done an upper body day in like 2 weeks. My full focus is legs, so I'm not as strong as I used to be, but we're just gonna roll with it, and I'm gonna teach you how to do this and how to push yourself through it. And we're gonna start on the outer widest grip here. I have a bunch of different grips. If you have no different grips, no worries. Do what you can with what you have and with where you are. Let's do this first set. Wow, 10. I'm actually hyped about that. Let's go. I just realized the whole frame was, I was not in the whole frame, so sorry about that. Just fixed it. All right, go into this middle grip here. Let's go. And now we're going to the middle, which is gonna hit a lot more biceps. All right, let's go do some lat pull downs. We're gonna do a superset, wide grip lat pull down right here. We're gonna go semi-heavy. I'm gonna start with 70s to warm up. And then we're gonna grab also a straight bar and put it on the cables. We're gonna do standing close grip lat pull downs. Now, on the standing close grip, and I'll move the camera a little bit so you can see it better, I don't want you to pick a heavier weight. That one is gonna be all about feeling the lats and creating the movement with your lat. This is where you go heavy, the seated lat pull down, and the standing lat pull down is where you're gonna go a little bit lighter. This is our warm-up set. I'm gonna focus on form, I'm gonna focus on feeling it in the back, and we're gonna do 15 reps here. Oh, this hat is killing me for back. Okay, that's good. I'm just honestly using the hat for the microphone so you guys could hear me. But for back day, it's just been not super ideal. So I'm already feeling it in the lats. It's crazy. Like I went not super heavy at all, 70 pounds. And as you could see, I was pushing my chest out as I was coming down, keeping my core tight, and I kept that bar as close to my face as I can. That's what I want you to practice. So keeping that arch in the lower back. When you push down, you're pushing that chest out. When you let it go, you could see I straightened out a little bit. Okay, focus on that forearm, focus on feeling it in the lat. For the straight bar pull down, again, I want you to feel all of this in the lat. So bring it as low in weight as you need to. I'm doing 40 pounds. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna keep my hands fully open. So I'm not gripping the bar because sometimes when I grip it, I'm more likely to activate my shoulders and like really shrug to pull this down. This is what I don't want to see. If your shoulders are coming forward and you're shrugging, you're not doing the exercise right and you're only using your shoulders. So instead of this, we're gonna open up the hands. We're going to bring the shoulders down. I want you to get stable. Put those feet shoulder width apart or even wider. Slight bend in the knees, always in this lifting stance where you're anchoring yourself into the ground. Keep that core super tight. And you can see my shoulders are relaxing. It's my lats that are pulling down. So this whole movement is created with my lats. And you can really feel the lats take over when you come up here. I want you to feel them stretch out. This is literally one of my favorite exercises for lats, but I'll tell you, every client that I train and teach this to, it takes a few times to really catch it because everybody wants to get super strong and pull this with the shoulders, but that's not what we're doing. So you can see my muscles, you can see my lats right here creating the movement. That's what I want you to focus on. I'm gonna do 2 more. I want you to do 10 of these or as many as it takes to get the lats burning. Again, sometimes you'll have a program that has 10 reps or 12 reps on it. Don't stop because it says 10 or 12 reps. Stop when you're really feeling it and it's burning. And when you're really getting that activation, as Arnold says, when you feel like you can't do any more, you do 3 more. That should be your motto. Okay, we're putting this one up to 90 and this is gonna be the last set that I film here. I have 2 more sets after this, working sets of these supersets, and I'm gonna keep bringing that weight up. This next one again is 90 pounds. I'm fully focusing on slowly letting it go, bringing it down faster, but the control should be in the negative. The negative is when you let it go, positive is when you pull it down. Okay, we're Going to do some seated rows next. If you are doing seated rows, you're most likely going to use this attachment right here. If you have one of these at your gym and you can find it, I prefer this one. It's a little bit wide and hits your back a little bit differently. And I've just been absolutely loving how it feels. Not doing it wide, but doing it with a closer grip. Either use the little triangle close grip row or use something like this. This is what I'll be using. These are heavy. I'm not warming up. I'm going right into, let's see, 70 pounds on these. Feels a lot heavier than the lat pull down. And again, I'm telling you weights and numbers here. However, I worked out at hundreds of gyms and sometimes the weights will just feel different at different gyms. Like something that might feel 90 pounds here and you're used to it. You go to a different gym, 90 pounds is gonna feel totally different. You're like, what the heck? What, like, am I weaker? Like what's going on? And you know, sometimes it's just about the cable, about the machine, about how things move, and don't worry about that. Always just go for the feeling. So here I'm starting on 70. I'm not really counting on these. I'm gonna do 3 working sets of going heavy. We'll see how far I can go up in that. I mean, minimum 12 reps here. As you can see, I'm also going slow in the negative here and pulling it pretty strong. Keep that core tight, chest out. After we've done our 3 sets of seated rows, I always like to throw in barbell or a Smith machine row, which we're gonna use a Smith machine today. This is heavy for me. I put 225s on. Back used to be so much stronger and I could have done 45 pounds on rows, but that's not the point here to like just go absolutely wild with weight. The point is to keep working up from where you are, progressively overloading, increasing that weight. You can do this under grip or you can do it over grip. You can also switch in between. I would say wherever you feel your back the most and your lats the most, you should do. I prefer to do these with an under grip. I feel it more in my lats. I can engage more in my back. You're gonna go over that bar and then you're going to bend over fully and pull this up about to your belly button. Oh, whoo! My rows are a lot weaker than they used to be. Back to the cables. Finished 3 sets of those heavy bent over rows. Now we're moving on to biceps and I'm gonna start on the cables. We're gonna start with 40 pounds. Again, you just need a straight bar. We're gonna have the same lifting stance that we did for our first set of cable lat pull downs. So pull that belly button in, keep that core tight, push the chest up, slight bend in those knees. And the biggest thing you're gonna pay attention to is using only the biceps and not letting the elbows move. So I don't wanna see the elbow coming up like this. We're keeping the elbows down and just using the biceps. Set number 2, bringing it up to 55 pounds. And I'm only gonna film 2 sets of these also, but I have 2 more after this. I'm gonna keep it on 55. I'm not going heavier than this, because this is heavy. One more. My favorite bicep exercise is preacher curls. You need a incline bench if your gym does not have a preacher curl, but I'm gonna show you how I set mine up. Most gyms have a preacher curl, so I wouldn't worry about it. Hip thrust pad, and this is how we create the preacher curl. You can do these single hand, single arm. If you have a hard time activating your biceps, this is like hands down the number one exercise. Like this is what you need to do. Fully put and rest your triceps on this pad. Your armpits should be fully over that pad. I'm not doing single arm today. I'm going to do an easy bar. Easy bar is the one that has the ridges, which is this one. And the point here is to fully extend the biceps and come all the way up. And again, in this exercise, you really can't use anything else, which is why I love the preacher curl. It's because no other muscle can take over. After we have done this and burned out the biceps, we're gonna go back to pull-ups. This is gonna be super brutal, but I'm gonna superset preacher curls with close grip pull-up to burn out the biceps and the back even more. So let's throw some weight on that sucker. Hi, babe. Hello, you guys. We've got some clients here. Ian's about to train, so I'm gonna quickly walk you through the rest of it. Maybe I'll quietly film.
I think that's going to be the issue. I think work into it a little bit. I think obviously I don't want it to obviously hurt your back. Like I said, any joint pain, any back pain, anything like that, guys let me know right away. And we'll make adjustments, we'll modify everyone. So I want to figure this out. Totally wrong. And you know, I think you're going to be surprised. Right? Rivers of life, water flowing through your belly. That's it. I know, right? Two more. Slowly. Now, open your gaze into a circle after this one. So just grab one side of it. That's it. Step on the bottom. Both feet. Close together. And just make sure it's under your feet so it doesn't come. Tap the floor. Arms out straight, shoulder width to start. As you go up, I want you to go behind the head with your band as far as you can, and then back. That makes sense. So it should feel good. It should feel good. And that's it. The wider your arms are, the easier it will be. So try not to stay like this. Go out wide and let that band just see over your head. Stretch out and then come back around. And the other one's going to be a shoulder. You start on shoulder press. Melissa, okay? Your dumbbells are right there. Jeff, you're going to be in the chair. Both of you up there. And do you remember that slight hinge forward that we did last time, Melissa? Where want you to go from standing upright position, push that front back, and lean slightly forward. Show me those arms go up. Like this. To the side of the yeah. Perfect. I want you to look in the mirror, make sure your arms are even. Especially that shoulder, I can tell. Is it this one? It's like higher. So try your best to keep those down. I don't care how high you go, but I want you to think about lifting through your shoulder as much as you can. Okay? These ones to you. 15 pounds here. Oh, ground. Chest up high. Shoulder blades back. Okay? We're going to go to 10 here. Lift them up. Down up. Back down. That's perfect.
What's up, guys? Clearly, I just finished my workout and now I'm about to munch on some dried apricots. Ian did bring me beef and sweet potatoes, 4 ounces of beef, 4 ounces of sweet potato. But I like to get my carbs in right after my workout pretty quickly, and these are literally just apricots. 4 of them is like 25 grams of carbs. So amazing. You want carbs and protein right after a workout. The only thing I couldn't walk you through is bicep curls, but I feel like that's like the most self-explanatory workout in the world. Keep that core tight the whole time and you're just working your biceps. Don't move the elbows. That's my upper body workout. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.